will they watch on YouTube only? I will not join here, or some of them will join here.
Sir, directly from YouTube only.
Directly from YouTube only.
Yes,
It's
sir.
very hard for me.
Yes, sir.
So because in the Google Meet there is a limit of only 100 students, that's why.
So there might be few students here, like 20, 50, should be joined from like this meet. That's why to whom I will talk.
Sir, we will
So
convey this to the students and some of them will join soon.
please.
Yes, sir.
So should I start or should I wait?
Sir, we will inform you as we go live, sir.
Okay.
Sir, at 7:05 we will start the live, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Can you share the link of YouTube on my WhatsApp group?
Sorry, sir, you are not audible, sir.
I'm not audible. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was saying that can you send the link, the YouTube link
Yes, sir. We are sending.
on, on WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How can you mute? So shall I start?
Yes, sir. We are live now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir, I'm starting.
okay.
Good evening, everyone. On the behalf of Kumika Society, we warmly welcome you to today's webinar on entrepreneurial mindset, developing the right mindset to succeed as an entrepreneur, a part of Kumika 25. We are thrilled to have you all here as we dive into the world of innovation, creativity, and business growth.
That's right, Anupriya. Entrepreneurship is not just about starting a business. It's about solving problems, embracing risk, and creating values. And to guide us through this fascinating topic, we are honored to have a very special guest with us today. Please join us in welcoming Dr. Mahendra Ram, sir, Assistant Professor at IIT Patna. With his extensive expertise in research, innovation, and entrepreneurship, he is the perfect mentor to inspire us all. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Before we begin, let's briefly go over the structure of the webinar. Our esteemed speaker will deliver his talk on entrepreneurship, shedding light on its significance and practical aspects. This will be followed by a Q&A session where you can interact directly with Dr. Mahendra Ram sir and ask your questions. Finally, we will conclude with a vote of thanks.
Without further delay, I invite Dr. Mahendra Ram, sir, to take over the session. Sir, the virtual stage is all yours.
Okay. So very thank you for Anupriya and Baban. Thanks for the introduction. And a special thank to Karthik, who contacted me to invite, and also all the people who are working on Kumika, right? Your team are doing wonderful. So I'm sharing my PPT here. So basically, this is my. So are you able to see my PPT presentation?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. So basically, before going to this entrepreneurial mindset, developing the right mindset to succeed as an entrepreneur, so I would like to say this is only a little bit of my experience and what I have learned from the top leaders in the field of business or top coaches and the few those already have set up in their own industries, and also those who are working uh, to aware people, working to coach people, students, both at the initial level and the top level, like already settled in the business. So before going, I would like to acknowledge the very first, the founder of Evro Furniture, Mr. Sushil Kumar Agarwal. You can find him on like a most versatile person. So the most of the thing I have taken from him, right? The way of presentation will be different. I will add my own experience in this one. Why him? Because he is the one person that I met personally, and he was like he has nothing in the childhood. He was not able to get enough food. He was not able to get enough education. He was not able to get anything in enough, right? And even then, he has founded Evro Furniture, and whose revenue is like a lot. You can search on the Google, right? You have. So I acknowledge him. The second, the from where I have taken this entrepreneurship training, right? The train the trainer, the Blair Singer. He is the writer of the books, many books. Some of them, like I like that, is Little Voice Mastery, Sales Dog, Summit Leadership. There are a lot of. Right? So the third, Professor P.K. Mishra, who is from IIT BHU, and he make me understand that how can you take this entrepreneurship along with your professorship. So being in a job, being in as a professor, working in an institute, you can also take entrepreneurship as a career. And fourth, my PhD guide, Professor M.K. Mandal. So he gave me opportunity to work in different scenario, different era while doing PhD. The next, my mentor, Dr. Meghna Dikshit. She is a success coach and mindset coach. Basically, when you find the type on the Google mindset coach, Dr. Meghna Dikshit, her video, you will find her video. And of course, I'm also grateful to IIT Patna, who has provided me the platform, and the rest of families, friends, and colleagues who encourage me to do more in the different way, right? So doing more or doing different way is all a part of this entrepreneurship. So before I begin to main session, I have a question. So which one you want to be? Like this, a branch of a tree, or a full tree? So here many of you are seeing live on YouTube, so you may type there. So I can see your chat. Otherwise, you can think, right? Who want to be like a branch or like a tree, full of branches? Most of you will say the second one, right? Most of you. There might be someone who can say the first one. So, dear guys, this first one is a job where you have to take care of one thing, right? Related to that job, and this is entrepreneurship, where you need to care of all the branches, all the things. You will be responsible for every loss. You will be responsible for every gain. You will be responsible if some your at workplace, if something happens, something mishappens, something good happens, everything you are responsible for that, right? So your future, right? This is a person who comes at earlier stage, young age, and later, this is the time when that person retires. In between this, like job begins with one office, right, and end up one office. There might be several activities that happen during the job, but of course, during retirement, this is the only thing. So basically, job, what it means job? Job is basically managing something, few things, right? If you have good communication skill, if you have good management skill, if you have good good in numbers, if you have some critical thinking, so you are good for a manager and for a job, and that you need to manage the business of some other people, right? But the entrepreneur means a leader. He's not now live now, but what is a leader? As per his word, first I take decision, and then I write. So basically, what entrepreneurs mean as per the dictionary: the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise along with any of its uncertainties in order to make a profit. While a startup, the act or an instance of setting in operation or motion. So whatever. This is the written exam, like the definition of this entrepreneurship, right? Where you have to develop and organize business enterprises along with uncertainties. And this is the most vulnerable thing, uncertainties, where the people don't want to get into this entrepreneurship, or the families don't want you to get into this entrepreneurship. But what it gives you, what it will take, and what is the requirement. As per the topic, I have to talk about the requirements. So I have created it down with that only. So before that, you need one topic, right? Before that, the requirement of entrepreneurship, you need a topic. So how to choose that topic, right? How to choose area or topic for entrepreneurship. So if I can give you a simple example of honeybee, right? If you can think what a honeybee do, right? Just think what a honeybee do. I'm sure that many of you will think about that it will take juice from the flowers and makes honey. And makes honey not for others, but for themselves. Is it right? Am I right? So this is one aspect of seeing the things of a work. Now, if you ask me what they are doing, I will say you, they are doing most important work of pollination. What they are doing? They are taking pollen of one plant, the male plant, to the female and transferring to the female plant. Of course, they are taking juices from there to feed themselves, right? But apart from this, they are doing a very important work. If they will not do this work, very less amount of flower will turn up into the fruit. So the same activities, there is two phases: one for self, one for others. As an entrepreneurship, you have to see what value that you can make in the people's life, and in return what you can take, right? If someone say that you only take honey, you only take juice for your fee and not doing anything, the honeybee will suicide, right? But if one thinks, if the honeybee knows now if honeybee knows that she is doing a very important job of to bring the new type of this whatever they are taking, like plant or the flowers, that means when the pollination will happen, the new fruits will come, and then the new plant will can generate. There are a lot of things, a lot of valuable things, right? So in your work, the very first thing that you have to see is, as per your own niche, as per your own expertise, what can you bring, what can you the valuable things that you can bring in the people's life. That is the topic for you for entrepreneurship, to do some business. And basically I say this thing, this is not the business, this is not the entrepreneurship, this is the passion that you follow and bring the change in the people's life. Okay, so what the basic requirement, right? I will show one video for this one. So see this. So these are the basic requirements that one need to have to success in this entrepreneurship journey. And of course, this is not a journey. There were a few people who have said to me, right, if I will not succeed in this one, then I will do this one. Like if suppose if I will not able to get into this job, then I will do this business. The question is, are you thinking that this is this will require less energy, less time than that job? Conquering that job, not conquering that job, not. Actually, the entrepreneurship required more effort with continuous learning, of course, with positivity, with discipline, and setting the clear goals, with connections, with time savings, and having focus on the particular thing, with the endurance, with patience, with a lot of sacrifices, dedications, integrity, with the risk-taking attitude, with the persistence, with the passion, and finally with the prayers, then that one should not have a lot of ego achieving that, right? Then only you can succeed. And it's a ladder. If you miss one thing, so it's a ladder. If you miss one thing, you'll not be able to succeed. Why? Because there will be a lot distance to cover up now. So making it very easy, you have to walk step by step, path by path, so that you can get that one. Another tricks, if you have to be kamyab, if you have to succeed, right, then you have to be focused on the, you can say that you should have a high observation powers, very high observation power. Otherwise, if you not have the good observation power, you will lose the thing that what the people require in this era, or that society. Okay, so just for an example, I'm showing one video. For an example, I'm showing one video. You have to check out the number of changes in this one. In this video, you have to see there will be a lot of changes in this video. You have to see, observe that one, and count how many can you observe. Right? Here you go.
Clearly, somebody in this room murdered Lord Smythe, who, at precisely 3:34 this afternoon, was brutally bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. I want each of you to tell me your whereabouts at precisely the time that this dastardly deed took place.
I was polishing the brass in the master bedroom.
I was buttering his lordship's scones below stairs, sir.
I was planting my petunias in the potting shed. Constable, arrest Lady Smythe. But how did you know? Madam, as any horticulturist will tell you, one does not plant petunias until May is out. Take her away. It's just a matter of observation. The real question.
So, how many changes can you observe? Can you message? I'm not getting any message here. Okay, here I think.
Sir, changes is a natural process, sir.
No. In this video, how many changes have you observed? Okay, let me play one more time.
Clearly, somebody in this room murdered Lord Smythe, who, at precisely 3:34 this afternoon, was brutally bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. I want each of you to tell me your whereabouts at precisely the time that this dastardly deed took place.
I was polishing the brass in the master bedroom.
I was buttering his lordship's scones below stairs, sir.
I was planting my petunias in the potting shed. Constable, arrest Lady Smythe. But how did you know? Madam, as any horticulturist will tell you, one does not plant petunias until May is out. Take her away. It's just a matter of observation.
So you can give your answer in the chat. Otherwise, without further delaying further, showing you the answer of this one. So you can see there are 21 changes. See the whole scene now.
Clearly,
Again.
somebody in this room murdered Lord Smythe, who, at precisely 3:34 this afternoon, was brutally bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. I want each of you to tell me your whereabouts at precisely the time that this dastardly deed took place.
I was polishing the brass in the master bedroom.
I was buttering his lordship's scones below stairs, sir.
I was planting my petunias in the potting shed. Constable, arrest Lady Smythe.
So it's easy to miss something you are not looking for. In the entrepreneurship, you have to very observant because you will be responsible for everything. And if you have all this, whatever discussed till now, then you have to also understand the first step will be like always harder, right? I've received this,
Yes, sir.
I've seen this video on WhatsApp long ago. This little girl is trying to get in the store, but she was unable to do that one. She got some motivation, some instruction. I don't know whether it is her father, her coach. But after taking, yes, she did it, right? So the very first thing, believe in yourself. Try, and the second thing, the hidden thing here is you have to be and you need to be work under any coach. This is very, very, very important. You can take out one thing out of all this in my whole presentation. The most important I will say about the coach, because at this stage, whoever doing the mistake, even if I am doing the mistake, I will not able to identify that one. Those who have traveled the same path, or those who have trained several people, that might be your good coach, right? So there are several instances happened with me also, with nearby. So I can give you a lot of example, but yes, that coach is required. The next, after that, you have to practice, and practice. See this eagle. See this eagle. This eagle is in air, and the eagle is practicing how that they have to catch when now finally in real time this eagle never miss any its shikar, right? But that because of the practice. So the very first thing, you have to have an intention. You need an intention. The second thing, you need to make some effort. Make a correct effort. If you have succeeded, that means one time you make, and later you need a practice, right? Practice means
Yes, sir.
man perfect. So you might have heard or many things, right? Impossible thing, that seems impossible can also be done because of the practice, right? And also, the other important thing in the entrepreneurship is to act smart. There will be some ways. There will be some ways where there would be some solution that seems that will not get a solution. But the people will not get a solution. But if you act smart, you will get that one. Never surrender yourself. Make your shortcomings your strength. Make your shortcomings with the strength. You are blessed with many things. So these are all the traits, all other traits that require for entrepreneurship, right? Of course, you will have a fear, but that has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. The other thing that people say is, अरे यार मेरे पास opportunity मिला था, क्या करे? Right? The people say opportunity knocks once in lifetime. How many people
Yes,
agree? Huh? That's the
Yes.
biggest lie. That's the biggest lie. You were surrounded by opportunities. What thoughts right now is going through your mind? There is one book who said that millions of ideas is buried under the ground. Why? Because that went out along with them. He never shared to anyone. He never took action on that. By the way, with all of you, nearly 15 to 75,000 thoughts appear in mind in 24 hours. In one single day, 15 to 75,000 thoughts appear in your mind. Just ask yourself, is not so this would have happened with everyone. Ask yourself, is it any time when you have found कि यार ऐसा हो जाता तो कितना अच्छा होता, or anywhere you have missed something कि यहाँ पे ये सर्विस नहीं है? That is the opportunity, right? But as a technocrats, what happens? We only like brings ideas in our mind. The execution needs some pain. See, our brain, as per our brain, it only works to safeguard you. It only works to safeguard you, right? Because it has been developed well before, right? More than 15,000, 75,000 years ago. And that time, the people are only searching for food, and they are only fear from the animals. So our only single purpose of our brain is to safeguard you and keep you away from any difficult situation. So again, there are P and N type of identity on each one of you. This is P is not the positive, N is not for the negative, but there is one identity that thinks for the longer duration. For example, if you work hard, if you study well, you will do good in your examination, right?
Yes, sir.
The N, one identity N, that says, okay, that is okay, but right now you are feeling sleepy, right? So right now sleep. So both are good. There is no bad or good. Both are good, right? But the identities that people have, and the one coach will take you out from there that is required to take action, and which you need not to do. What is your strength? That needs a lot of strength. You need a lot of strength. So you should have physical endurance. You should have good emotional quotient. You should have spiritual aptitude also, with social personality and with financial capabilities, right? And
Yes.
the later thing that you need, along with all this, your strength, identify which is best, right? And which needs to be developed. So I can easily like remember that during my graduation, during my BTech, all the time in my mind that was coming कि हमारे अंदर तो कुछ है ही नहीं यार, मैं क्या करूँगा? And that's why going on the same path that people are following, maximum people are following. Later I recognize, we'll talk about that, right? But how many times you have failed in life? If you have not failed, then you have not tried and not learned a lesson on how to do it. In the entrepreneurship, this is the biggest lesson, right? That how many times you have failed in any way. Those who have done extraordinary work, either entrepreneurship, either research, even the Thomas Alva Edison has failed 99 times or 1,000 times, 999 times. Then he has invented the bulb, right?
Yes, sir.
So any bigger invention or any bigger work require that you will fail. Certainly you will fail. Hence, plan to fail, and one day you will succeed. So the people says, यार problem है बहुत, life में बहुत problem है, इस problem से निकल जाएंगे तब करेंगे. So during my MTech, I was repeating the same line, right? There was one of my friends, Love Kumar. He was calling me from IIT Delhi. He had some plan to work on some project, and I booked a ticket. Then I cancelled it and said, okay, yaar, kuch problem ho gaya, and then I cancelled it, but I will see later. And the line he told me that, yaar, life hai tabhi to problem hai, right? And that made me so alluring that within a week I booked a train and went to meet him. So if you have life, there will be a problem. If you are not problem, that means you are lifeless. So you have to identify to work on your topic in whatever situation you are consistently. Consistently means if you have to give the time of 1 hour for that work, you have to give 1 hour for that work. If you can, you will succeed. In 1 hour also, you can succeed, of course. But that 1 hour should be with good intention, right? With full dedication. So if you have life, then you will have problem, no issue. The second thing, right? This is also very important. And that's why I took fees from people, right, to do the things. There will be something. What will you bet? What will you keep to take something, right? Because in nature, there's nothing is the free. Even one breath that you take, you can only take when you breathe out, right? Suppose you are only taking in, you will not be able to survive. You have to take out also. So what you have in your life that you can bet to win? Education, effort, or the money. So most of the time, with the students, there's a scarcity of money, but they have education. They have a lot of efforts. You can take a lot of efforts. You can take a lot of risk that you can bet. If you don't bet with your skill set, then how do you expect to win? So you need to use your learnings to do earnings, right? Entrepreneurship only do these things. They utilize their learnings, solve a problem, and then win. What are the other traits, right? So do you have these traits in you that I discussed right now? Or there is any reason you want to be successful? There are many times that you have, but you don't want to be successful. Or you only want, do not act. So what is the reason? Or what goal do you have? Right? Have you worked started working on your goals? See, if I give you one envelope, right? So I got one parcel, right? This has one address written, my address has been written here. Suppose if there is any envelope, right, to you, and you have to give someone. Who will you give? That needs an address, right? So likewise, you also need some goal, right? And that goal should have a clear deadline, dead time. Otherwise, you know what happens? See, clearly think about yourself. In a start of the syllabus, during examination, especially during examination, many of you might have thought, अगले बार से अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे, शुरुआत से पढ़ेंगे, अच्छे से तैयारी करेंगे, right? When it comes, because the examination is solved after 3 months or 4 months, right? You start delaying. So you have to write the goals, and you have to write with the timelines. Next, already discussed, you need a coach. So who can run faster, with jockey or without jockey, right? So suddenly jockeys are trained to ride a high number of winner horses. Okay, so you have to have a coach. So the opportunity based may be based on the product based, coaching based, that might be published or unpublished. What that mean? So the product based means you might have develop some product. For example, I have developed one product that can regenerate the hair, right? So that is one product, and I need to sell that product through myself or through other companies, doesn't matter. Okay, so that is the opportunity. Other opportunities might be coaching based. Coaching based means I have not developed any product. So likewise, right now I am coaching you. I am transferring my knowledge to you. By the way, this is the theoretical knowledge. None of you can resist to the apex without working on the ground, right? The published one means there might be some requirement. You will see that because the requirement of hair-based product is one published one. People know, right? People know. Unpublished means means the people do not know. You have to create the requirement. For example, earlier the people were not knowing about the supplements, health supplements. Although right now they know, but earlier they were not knowing. And the company started in 1885. Suppose, see, 85. I am born in 86. Right? That was unpublished. Right now, people understand the requirement of this. Okay? So this is unpublished one. So the entrepreneurship is basically on the unpublished one for the published need. Right? And
Yes.
then you have to find your niche. So earlier, I shared that in my at the time of my graduation, I was thinking that I do not have any such type of skills in my life that I can do anything. But fortunately, I found that skill, that I also have something. And then I believe that everyone has the skill. So one friend jokingly he said, यार मैं तो सिर्फ हंसते ही रहता हूँ, right? मैं हंसा सकता हूँ. I told him that what that Kapil Sharma is doing. Of course, he is bringing the happiness in the life of others, right? He is making the people alive. So every people have some skills in life. It's only matter to identify your niche. For me, it took 7 rigorous days with the help of coach, of course. I had paid for this when I do not had money. I took loan and I paid. And because of that, now I came to an institute like IIT, right? So you have to work on either settle job or settle business, or you have to start up your own ideas, right? Then you have to idealize your thoughts. You have to write. See what happens. What the biggest mistake that we do, that we only think. Subah washroom gaye, there will be one thought came in our mind, right? शाम तक भूल गए और 1 घंटे बाद ही भूल गए. Whenever we think, we forget. So my advice that you can take, that you write your thought and analyze that one. Once you will write, so in that 7 days, what I did, right? I wrote all my achievements till my job. I was doing that work. I wrote all my achievements. Initially, I was not getting anyone. So after thinking, that started coming. After written down, right? Then I wrote that what was my best time. Either I succeeded that one by force of someone or with the interest. You will find your niche. Okay, but when you will write, then find your audience or the problem. See, if you are business, like in the coaching side of coaching, you need to find your audience. If your business is product based, you need to find your probable customer, and you need to talk to them. This is the hardest thing for the people who are educated, to talk to the new people, to talk to the customer, right? Because see why that happens. So if suppose if I make a plan from here, sitting in the my chamber, right, that tomorrow I have to go to Patna station and I have to talk this things to the people with the shopkeepers, right? So I thought this one, there's nothing negative things. So when I will start working on that tomorrow, what will happen? There might be cold, there might be heat wave, there might be rain. When you go for the bus or the train, there might be a lot of crowd. You may need to wait for longer time, and there might happen some other things during your travel. So a lot of thing will come during your path, right? And this is only like this is like manageable. In this one also, the most important, the difficult part is to talk to the indie people, customer, right? Because no one will accept you at first, right? I did this. Write down what is there in there, right? And I move. I talk to the people. I move a stall to a stall, right? I move to the villages, talking to the people. Somewhere, sometimes, got very good response till I'm not asking for money. हाँ ये भी कर दो, वो भी कर दो, वो भी कर दो, बहुत अच्छा है, आप बहुत अच्छे कर रहे हैं. Once you will ask for the money in response for that, in value for that, तब आप बुरे बन जाते हो. But there will be some people who require your services. You have to find that one who require your services, your product, and they are willing to do that. Okay. So why to entrepreneurship or a startup or jobs? For this one, your desire is very, very, very much important, right? Dekho, in the job also, your maximum desire will meet. And then entrepreneurship also, initially you need to work very, very hard. Later on, it depends whether you succeed or not. It might happen that you will not be able to succeed, but still you will learn a lot of things, right? The important thing that you will success, so that you can success, is desire, internal desire, right? So I'm showing this one not to showcase anything about myself, but to give an example, right? This was my desire. This was my at that time reality, right? That bike I had purchased in 2010 during my first job with the help of money taken from my family and my parents. Okay. Later on, right? So you will listen a lot of things, lot of advice. See, if you will not take the action, or if you will not decide your own thing, you will take a lot of you will get a lot of advice, and someone will take decision in behalf of you. So listen to all, but do whatever you think the best. I've also listened when I went door to door, right? So when you embed that one and follow the ideal person, the coach, right? And then this one, the current one, right? So there are a lot of journey in between these two, right? That is one example I have taken. I don't want to show any things, right? That you have you need to have a strong desire, and you have to embed that desire along with your action, right? That if you not, that will not happen, what will happen? You will end up with the same stage, right? And what the pain that you will feel if you end up with the same stage. And the next, once you practice and once you settle, right, then change the platform. Changing platform. If you can see the Kapil Sharma shows, right? If you search right now also, the Kapil Sharma was initially coming in other shows, other people's shows, like, and getting time of like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or half an hour. Suppose how much he would be earning there. But the practice never missed, never like unutilized. They will be utilized somewhere, but from from working on other shows, now he's running his own shows. So that is the change of the platform. So once you identify your niche, right? So for example, here I am talking with the school students, right? And later I'm talking with the college students. Later I'm talking with the audience, huge audience. These are the platforms. So likewise, your services, your product need to change the platform, right? But you have to work consistently. So I already discussed this one. The last thing, do not give up. You can only success if you cannot give up. There's no wicket, right? There's no wicket to bowl. There will be a ball will coming to you. You have to play. and practice even when no one is watching you. Like that eagle, I have already shown the video. You have to practice. One other thing that people generally ask. So one before this, showing this one, there was one incident that happened. You might be knowing about the one artist, the Spanish artist Picasso, right? That he was on a travel and he do not have anything with him to make some art. But when he stayed in a hotel, one lady identified him, and she came to that Picasso and said to make something. Picasso said that I do not have anything to draw. Even then, she insisted. So that Picasso took some paper and pen from the receptionist of the hotel and drew something and gave back to the lady and said, "This is the worth of millions." And the women said, millions? It's not thoda sa time, 30 seconds. The Picasso took the time of 30 seconds only. Right? But she went to the in one gallery art, in the gallery, and then gallery shop, and then she inquired that for the price of this art, and he said it is about the 1,000 millions. At the time, I think the 100 millions. And the women was so excited, like, wow, itna 30 seconds mein bana liye humne. That is Picasso, right? Again, she went to the Picasso and she said, "कि वाकई में ये इतना है." हाँ, ये है. It's okay. Then she said, "You make me your students, and so that I can also learn not in 30 seconds, but I can draw in the 30 minutes." So the very important word that said by the Picasso, that I have dedicated my 30 years to make this in the 30 seconds. If you can also dedicate your 30 years of your life, then it may be that you can do better than me. Right? So there is one also another story, like a bamboo tree. Right? So let me share you this one. So there was a man, right? Okay. So basically, what happens if you will not work, right? So if you are at the same place, you will remain in the same place, right? So I'm reading out for you here the story of a bamboo, right? The Chinese bamboo tree. There was once a man who felt discouraged. He took a stock of the resolutions he made last year, and nothing in his life had changed. He was the same person with the same problems, and he began to lose hope. So he went to speak to his mentor. See the role of mentor. The mentor asked a story. Do you know how long it takes for the giant bamboo, right, to grow along? So you will work, you will water the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. So in the fifth year or the sixth year, that bamboo come out from that root, right? So that doesn't mean that it took 1 year. So finally, in the sixth year, in 1 year, they showed that bamboo soared very high, right? So it was not a single years. If the farmer has not every day, or if they are not given the fertilizer to the bamboo root, then there will not be any bamboo tree there. So that means a bamboo tree needs 7 years or 6 years to grow so long, and the rest of the time that grows inside, that means the roots are growing. So when you are working on, when you are trying, that means you are growing your roots. Although the results, the people might not see the result, but the growth continues. So root continues to grow. So nowadays, what is in the high demand, right? That you can work on, and you very sure you can get succeed in this one. So very first is the health, wealth, success. Success means the main thing for the success, where they're lacking. The technology, AI is on the top of this one, the technology. The beauty, the people can do anything for the beauty, to change the color of their face, to change their personality, right? The happiness, oh wow, very the biggest thing. Even the people are success, even the people have a lot of money, even the people have a lot of work, even though people are unhappy. So likewise, the Kapil Sharma is doing, he is bringing happiness in the life, right? He is making the people life. Happiness is also in the high demand. The relationship, there are a lot of breakup right now. So even there is the relationship between coach and between father and the mother, right? Like the relationship between father and the son. I have seen this relationship coach, right? Other is sex is also in high demand. Spirituality and the personal growth. So I do work in the personal growth, health as well, right? So personal growth means whatever you are today, in the 10 years later also you are the same thing with the same problem. That means there is no growth happening inside you. So if you can guide the people with the personal growth, then also you can succeed. What we have at here, IIT Patna. So I know the BIT, they also have the incubation center there, right? So what here we do, our incubation center is also funded by MEITI, Government of India, and the Government of Bihar IT sector, IT government, right? IT department. Here we have several things. Like the first thing is a pre-incubation. Pre-incubation, like if you have like initial some initial thought in your mind, and if that has some value, if you recognize that has some value, right? So you can come under the pre-incubation also. Then that is for the incubation. They also provide the training, also provide the supports. We have academic partners as AIMS India, AIMS Patna, AIMS Delhi, NELT, LIT, NELECT Patna, IGIMS also. We also have some investors, right? And see, we also support with the funds from 10 lakh to 50 lakh, depending on the ideas, on the projects, right? So this type of things that we have. So this is set by the DST, Government of India, by Nidhi Prayas, Nidhi EIR, Zero Lab. So all this we have at IIT Patna to foster the idea of the students, even the students, and even from the outside also. If you have some idea, you can apply online. You can go on the website. There will be the option to send some initial idea, right? So up to 10 lakh to up to 50 lakh, you can get the fund. So you can also get the co-working space. Like if you do not have the office, if you want, you will get fully furnished office with high-speed internet. Like you do not need to spend money on this one, right? So these are all the things. And along with that, you'll also get expert advice, right, with the entrepreneurs or with the all who already succeeded. So the process is you have to apply, sending pitch deck. There will be initial scrutiny will be here, right? And you have to pitch before your final agreement, your idea. Then you have some agreement, and then you will get incubation support. See, one important thing here also I want to mention. There is no lack of ideas. There is no lack of ideas nowadays. The lack of intention is there. There is a lack to work with full capabilities there. So if you want to work with your full capability, with your full intensity, with your full dedication, right, then your idea, that is easy to select your ideas, right? Because that happens. People start with the high intensity and live in between. And those who do not leave, they got a lot of funding, right? Till now, the IIT Patna has started 100 plus companies. There are a lot of 25 plus products in the market. 25 plus patent also filed for the companies, right? And 9 has granted in that. So this is our external views of our incubation center, right? Labs. These are shared space of incubation at Incubity space. So this is a conference hall. If you have to do some conference, okay. So these are the all I'm showing you. RoboBionics has been generated by the incubation center at IIT Patna, right? There's a subject Koti to check. There's a MAPI, right? And this also has been selected as from the Shark Tank, right? This one device that actually work to lower menstrual pain, right? So this is all from my side. So now I am open for any question if you have. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an insightful session. We truly gained a deeper understanding of entrepreneurship and its role in shaping our career.
Now we move on to the Q&A session. Participants, if you have any questions for our guest speakers, please feel free to type them in the chat box.
So I think there might not be any question because I have taken from the ground and explained everything, right? So there's no need any need of question. But still, if you have any, please you are free to ask. I know it's a very adverse time, 8 o'clock. So listening might not be good enough for at 8 o'clock. But still, Harsh Kashyap is raising his hand. Please give option to unmute him. Yes, Harsh.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I wanted to ask you that I am a third semester student right now, and your presentation was really inspiring. Sir, can you provide a rough roadmap for me that I can follow?
The biggest mistake, taking roadmap from others. Listen to all. See, my thought process, my label, and the thing that I have experienced in my label, right, is different. Even you and your friend at the same level, third semester, will have different scenario. So make your own roadmap. Make your own roadmap. Then only you can success.
Sir, what key points should I keep in mind that these must be taken into consideration while planning?
The very first thing is he left. The very first thing that I will say that it should come from within you. It should come from within you, not from external sources. External motivation is only temporary, right? So it should come within you, and you should embed some emotional thoughts, or like what will happen if you not do these things. Then only that will give you a push that will not be demotivated during the process, because during the process you will be demotivated. Because why? Because you will face a lot of problem. If you face a lot of problem, then your end identity will say that leave this now, go for some safer place, like easier task, right? So by the way, there is no any easier task, but your mind will say this one. Okay, so I hope those who are listening would have got my point. Okay, so anything else?
Thank you, sir, for patiently.
Sir, one of our viewer is asking in a chat box that what is the biggest mindset mistakes new entrepreneur makes?
The entrepreneurs, those who are at naive state, right? They thought that they will succeed in 1 year or 2 years or 4 years as per their plan. This is the biggest mistake. Give a timeline, right? And work consistently. Consistency is the main key point for success. And take help from the successful people, like not from the job seekers, from the entrepreneurs, or from the businessman, or from the coach, certified coach.
Thank you, sir, for answering the question. Good evening, sir. Now I'd like to request.
How to I got one message: how to maintain a growth mindset even when things are not going according to plan. So dear friend, if the thing will go according to plan, right, so why is the need to maintain that one? Because see that somewhere back happens this to me also, that people are saying ki, not remembering exact thing what he has said. Likewise, this only I have given you one example, right? So there were one student who said that if I will not like pass this exam, then I will come to this one. If he will pass, then he will not come, right? So this type of mindset, that means you are coming by failing at one place. There's already in your mind will come that you have failed, you have failed, you have failed, right? So do not make any point in the mind that how can I answer this? See, understand these things. If everything is going according to your plan, that means you are not learning. You are limiting within your limit. Even me also. If I'm not getting something that pushes me to do something, right, to give some more effort, or if there is nothing that I'm not failing, that means I'm not doing extra thing that I can do. We are only limiting within our limit. इससे ज्यादा करेंगे तो हम फेल हो जाएंगे. So the key point is you have to fail. You have to fail. And if there will be emotional thing in the failure, with the failure, then you will compel to do the thing again, repeat the things again. So I hope, I don't know whether I am able to clear this or not, but okay, I tried. Anything else?
No, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for patiently answering all the questions.
Now, we would like to request Assistant Professor, Professor Manish sir, to take over from us and deliver the tokens of appreciation to our prominent speaker. Sir, your
You are
mic
mute,
is...
sir. Unmute yourself, Manish sir.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. So, unmute yourself.
Now it's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. As I conclude this insightful and thought-provoking webinar, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Department of Chemical Engineering, IIT Sindri, and our departmental society, Quemica. First and foremost, a heartfelt thank you to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Mahendra Ram, Assistant Professor at IIT Patna. It is matter of great pride and honor to have him here. Especially as a batchmates from BIT Sindri, sir, your session on entrepreneurial mindset, developing the right mindset to succeed as an entrepreneur, has been truly enlightening. Your insights have not only provided us with a deeper understanding of entrepreneurship, but have also inspired us to embrace the challenges, think innovatively, and develop the resilience needed to succeed. You have beautifully conveyed that entrepreneurship is not just about ideas, it's about having the mindset, courage to take risks, the ability to adapt, and the vision to turn challenges into opportunities. Your words have inspired us to embrace challenges, think innovatively, and adopt the entrepreneurial mindset in our careers. Your journey from being a student of this very institute to now shaping the future at IIT Patna is a testament to dedication, preserve, uh, per- perseverance, and continuous learning. We sincerely appreciate the time and effort you took to guide and motivate us today. Thank you, Dr. Mahendra Ram, for sharing your knowledge, wisdom, and experiences, and for always being an inspiration to BIT Sindri students. Your experience and expertise have made this session highly enriching for all of us. A special appreciation to our faculty members, Dr. Nirupma and Dr. Ashok Kumar Barnwal, the professor in charge of Quimica, for their guidance and leadership in making Quimica 25 a grand success. Their unwavering support and mentorship continue to inspire and drive excellence in our department. A big round of applause for the team of Quimica. Your dedication, meticulous planning, and relentless efforts have played a crucial role in organizing this entire webinar series seamlessly. The success of today's session and indeed the entire Quimica 25 event would not have been possible without your hard work. And finally, a sincere thank you to all the participants for your active engagement, curiosity, and enthusiasm. Your presence and insightful questions have added great value to this session. We hope today's discussion has sparked new aspirations, innovating thinking, and a drive to explore the world of entrepreneurship. With that, we formally conclude this webinar. Once again, thank you, Dr. Mahendra Ram, for your invaluable time, wisdom, and continued connections with BIT Sindri. We look forward to many more such enriching interactions in the future. Thank you. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, everyone. Once again, thank you for inviting me. So should I leave? Can I leave now?
Thank you so much, Mahendra.
Thank you, sir, for your words of appreciation.
As we are near to end of this webinar, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Mahendra Ram sir for sharing his expertise with us.